Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I am going to be doing a review on the brand new, like today is the launch day, Kylie Cosmetics Bronze Extended Palette. I was lucky enough to create some photos for Kylie Cosmetics, so I received this palette a little bit early. So I've been playing with it for about a week now, so I think I have a pretty good idea about my thoughts. So this is what the palette looks like. Oh, you know what? I feel like I should grab my normal bronze palette so we can compare it. You know what I'm saying? That's a good idea. Be right back. Okay, so this is what the outside packaging looks like in comparison to the regular bronze palette. As you can see, this one is a lot bigger. Honestly, I don't even know how much this is retailing for. I wasn't told that, so sorry, I'm not really useful in that department. So you get 12 shades, where in the original bronze palette, hold on, let me open that. In the original bronze palette, you only get 9. Also, the bronze extended palette comes with a mirror. I don't want to blind you, so I'm not going to keep that up for too long. And it also comes with a brush. Mine is super gross because I've been using it. I do like it. It's a nice little blending brush. So yeah, the concept of this palette is that it has the same matte shades as the original palette with all new shimmer shades. So half of the shades, 6 of the 12, are the same in the original bronze palette versus the new bronze palette. Okay, so the shades that are the same are Jasper, Citrine, Topaz, Tiger Eye, Hematite, and Bronzite. So I'm going to do comparison swatches just from the original bronze palette to the new one. So I will do comparison swatches between the two. They are pretty much the exact same. I also want to note that there is a shade called Quartz in both of these palettes, but they are very different, so I will swatch those side by side as well. So here are the two shades of Jasper. So the bottom is the new palette and the top shade is the older bronze palette. So as you can see, they're pretty much the exact same. So next up we have Citrine, and again, the bottom shade is the new palette and the top shade is the old Citrine. Okay, so here's the shade Tiger Eye, and the bottom is the new palette and the top swatch is the old palette. Now this is the shade Topaz, the bottom is the new palette and the top is the old palette. So this is the shade Hematite, the bottom is the new palette and the top is from the old palette. So here's the shade Bronzite, the bottom is the new palette and the top is the old palette. Finally, here are the two shades with the same name, Quartz. The bottom is the shade from the new palette and the top is the shade from the old palette. So as you can see, there is quite a significant difference. So the only matte shade that is in the old palette that is not in the new palette is the matte black called Obsidian. That doesn't really affect me much. I don't really use black eyeshadow that much. So now I'm just going to swatch the new shades that are in the palette. So the last 6, I'm not going to compare them to the old palette obviously because they're brand new shades. So for the new shades in the palette, here they are. The top is Quartz. The second one is called Chakra. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that very well. The third warm brown shade is called Goddess. The fourth is called Pyrite. The fifth is called Amber. And the sixth is called Copper. So these are the new shades. I think they are beautiful and I think they are fantastic additions to the palette. I know some people don't like finger swatches, by the way, but I'm going to show you how they perform on the eyes. So hopefully that will compensate for the lack of brush swatches because honestly, I'm pretty lazy. So now I just quickly want to get into my 2 cents on the palette. I think it's really nice. The quality is certainly there. You'll see it when I do this eye look. The shimmers are on point. They all perform very, very well. The formula of the mattes is basically the same as the original palette, so if you've tried that, then you're aware of what the formula is like. And if anything, I think they might be a bit softer. I don't know if that's just my mind playing tricks on me and if they might be the exact same, but the mattes are super blendable. They're creamy. They're all very, very pigmented. I didn't have an issue with any of the shades and I've used them all multiple times. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the quality. My 2 cents on if this palette is worth it, I say yes. If you're into this color family. I already used my original bronze palette quite a bit because I really like neutrals for every day. I'm not the type of person to do something super crazy on an everyday basis. So just the fact that I have more shades and most of them are warm toned is right up my alley. It brings out the blue in my eyes. I personally really like it. So if you're into this color family, I would definitely say go for it because it's so beautiful and the quality is definitely there. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the palette. And now we can get into how they apply on the eyes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go into this light cream shade here called Jasper. And I'm just going to apply it all over my eye from lid up to my brow bone, just to have a nice clean base to apply other shadows. Then I'm going to go into this shade here called Citrine, and I'm going to take it on a Morphe E27 brush, just a fluffy brush, and I'm going to apply this as my transition shade. Then I'm going to go into this shade here called Tiger Eye, and I'm going to take it on a NYX 16 blender brush, and I'm just going to apply it in the crease, but I'm not taking it as high as I did the citrine color. Then to really deepen up the crease, I'm going to go in with Hematite, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of Goddess as well because it's just a more warm, rich shade. So I just mixed the colors and I'm going to apply it a lot lower in the crease. I'm using a Morphe Y18 brush, and it's a lot smaller so I can keep everything a lot lower. As you can see, these shadows are very pigmented and they're also really blendable and easy to work with. I'm then going to go back with my Morphe E27 and I'm just going to blend everything out and make sure there's no harsh lines. Then finally, I'm going to mix the shade Goddess with the shade Bronzite, and I'm going to place those two in the very outer corner. I'm doing that just using the same Morphe Y18 brush. Okay, so I just cut my crease with a little bit of foundation, and then I am going to go in with this shimmery shade called Amber. So beautiful, love this one, on a flat synthetic brush and apply it all over my lid. Okay, so now that I've laid down that shade, I'm gonna go back into Goddess mixed with Bronzite, and I'm going to just reapply it to the outer corner and blend it into the Amber shade. And then I'm just gonna go back in and blend it all out again. And that is it for the top lid eyeshadow. I'm sorry that the lighting keeps changing. I'm sitting in front of like a big window, so the sun keeps going in and out of the clouds, so the lighting is changing. Sorry about that. So I'm going to do my liner and the rest of my face, and I'm going to come back and we'll do the lower lash line. Okay, so I have kind of put my face on, and I also added some eyeliner, so I'm just going to quickly do the lower lash line. For that, I think I'm just going to add Goddess and then blend it out with some Citrine. And finally, I'm just going to highlight my inner corners. I'm going to use the shade Quartz, which is this light gold right here, and I am just going to place that on the inner corner using a Morphe Y22. Okay, so I've added some liner and I've added some lashes, and this is the finished look. It's a really pretty bronzy, really warm toned eye. It really brings out the blue in my eyes, so that's why I decided to do it today. So yeah, that's how I got this current eye look. I think it's really pretty. I would wear this every single day, maybe minus the lashes, just because I'm not an everyday lash girl, but if you are, totally go for that. I have been playing with this palette for a week and I've created countless neutral looks with it. I've gone from everyday to super smoky. Honestly, I could really see myself going for this every day. This is definitely going to be included in my everyday makeup bag. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this quick little review video, and I hope it was at least a little bit helpful. So please subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video. Bye!